once I found out that somebody who was non-diabetic could get one here and use it, I jumped on it as soon as I could.
Sabina does not have diabetes, but uses what's called a continuous glucose monitor.
I had my dinner last night, pizza, and you'll see it sort of spiking up there.
Continuous glucose monitors have taken off in recent years.
This little device is going to help me understand what foods today I can eat to give me the most energy.
They basically track your blood sugar levels. Now, they were originally meant for people living with diabetes, but now they're being marketed to everyone, promising a bunch of health benefits. But health experts say it's not that simple.
It's really something that worries me to see where this will go if it's unregulated and if it's done in a way where people aren't getting sensible health information.
I was on a little bit of a health journey, and there's things that you can optimise and you can see, and then there's things that you can't see. So I was kind of getting to that point. It's like, well, how can I optimise my nutrition a bit more and just sort of see what's happening in my body? And the CGM was the way to do it.
It's a small device with a needle that pierces the skin to read glucose levels beneath the cells. It'll set you back about $100 a fortnight.
Pretty much now I don't snack. With the CGM, you can see that each time you snack, you can be giving yourself a spike in blood sugar and then insulin, and it can create a little bit of a yo-yo effect. And I was finding that when I was snacking, I'd also be getting hangry because my blood sugar would come up, it'd spike down.
We need to be eating 3 to 4 hourly to keep our blood sugars in a healthy range for optimal muscle function, brain function, heart function. So you really don't want to be skating on the low side. That's, very, very dangerous.
The companies that make these devices claim they can help with things like heart health, as they can help track your blood sugar spikes. This is basically just increases in your blood sugar levels.
Glucose spikes are a normal metabolic response to food and fuel and exercise and things like that. Fluctuations are normal, and we should never really expect our glucose to run on a flat line, because I think that would be problematic in itself.
Now, for people with diabetes, rapid spikes in blood glucose are harmful. They can lead to severe complications like damage to organs, blood vessels, and nerves.
This isn't usually an issue for people who don't have diabetes.
Non-diabetic, healthy individuals, we have mechanisms like insulin and other counter-regulatory hormones that work to bring that glucose back into a normal range.
But what's the actual harm in knowing your blood sugar levels?
I think the risk that we run is a lot of non-athletic populations don't 100% probably understand what's happening with that data and why glucose fluctuates throughout the day.
Do you feel like you know how to interpret it?
There's, unusual spikes and things that happen that, scratch my head about sometimes, but from my perspective, that makes it interesting. And if I'm not sure, that gives me something else to read up on and find out about.
Amy Lee also said that there's risks that non-diabetics could overthink this data, which could lead to anxiety around eating.
The importance of having a health professional closely monitoring this if you are going to use it, because it's very, very easy to look at the data and to go, oh, my glucose has gone up, that must be bad, when in fact it's a normal response.
We love having lots of information and being able to make more informed decisions about health is a good thing, so long as it's done cautiously with, reputable sources of information and under the guidance of your trusted GP.